Hi everyone, Beth with Pearl Treasure Designs here once again with today's challenge collaboration. We're going right into the crafting today, but we will have more to say about our hosts and co-hosts later on in the video. So let's head to the craft room and see what's cooking. DIY number 1. Okay, y'all, I was redoing my craft room and I'm going through my stash and I found this box. And this box is more than probably 45 years old. It was something that I had collected when I would do crafts with my grandmother. And she taught me how to do these angels. And so it just brought back a lot of memories, some tears, and a lot of smiles. And I thought I would share with you today what she taught me to make with lace. And you'll get to see a little bit more of this in just a few minutes. Now, y'all, when my grandmother and I purchased this material, we got it from a thrifted store called The Vestry in Monmouth, Maine. So all these items were thrifted at the time that we collected them. So this block I'm showing you right now, my grandfather actually manufactured that for me so that I could make the arms and body of my angels. And so I'm cutting a seamed piece of lace so that I can utilize that on the skirt of my angel. And I did want a clean cut, so I did go ahead and finish this all the way around so that I wouldn't rip the lace because, again, it's about 40 years old. So I wanted to keep it as intact as I possibly could and keep that vintage lace in one piece. So what I ended up doing is I'm taking this needle and thread and I'm going to go ahead and stitch up the sides. So I'm going to bring that end to end and I'm going to stitch that around up to the top edge, and I'm going to do the stitch, just a slip stitch here all the way across so that I can pull it tight to form the skirt of the angel. And we'll get through this and then you'll see me stitching up the side of the skirt as well. And then I'll secure that with a knot, and one part of this will be completed once it is turned right side out. And what you see me doing here is going back over in an alternating fashion that stitch so that I can secure the edges so it doesn't fray and that it doesn't gather in the wrong way. And then I'll tie that off at the top for that side seam stitch. Now the second part of this is working on the angel wings, and this is a 2 or 3 level lace ribbon, and it has it's perfect for making the wings that I need to make. So I'm literally doing that, you know, in and out, up and down, stitch, however you want to do it, to gather the wings together and secure them at the bottom together so that it forms a half moon shape with the gathering that we're going to do. And then we'll tie that off with a knot and get ready to secure that when that step comes up. The third part to this angel is taking this small piece of ribbon, and I'm going to take my needle and thread, and I'm going to gather the entire length of that ribbon and basically secure it, cinch it as tight as I can, and then tie it together so that it forms the base of a bouquet. Now this next section, I'm putting glue on one of these wooden clips that I picked up probably at the thrift store. And I'm sorry I am out of frame. I didn't realize I was so far away from the camera. But I literally took some of this vintage curled, I guess it's for dolls, doll hair, curly doll hair that I had in this box, and I gathered some up to put a head of hair on this angel, getting ready to dress it. Now this next step is getting the bouquet made. I took a vintage ribbon flower that I had in a package. Literally the package said 45 cents for a pack of 4. That tells you how old it is. And I'm just trimming up the edges on the angel hair, and I glued that ribbon onto the bouquet, getting that ready to put this angel together. And the next step that you're going to see in a second here is I started to wind the cordage around the wooden structure, again, that I told you my grandpa made me, with the pegs for the arms and the body. So you'll get to see that in just a moment. So I'm fast forwarding this for you guys. I had finished doing some tweaking with this little hair, and I started to work on the peg and realized to wrap the arms and the body, and realized that I was missing a peg, so I have to search for that. So I ended up twisting it onto my hand, and then making the arms that way, where I could cut it off and secure both ends, to make the little hands on this angel. So that's what I'm doing right here. I do that to both sides, and then I'll secure the hand so that you can actually see like a little part of the hand in a circle, and I tie a bit of the end of each of those wrapped ends and tie a secure knot so you can see that. And then that will finish off the hands, and then I can put that in place where I need it. So now I'm securing down the arms to that wooden dowel and the angel head, and then I'm going to put the skirt up to the arms and glue those in place and tie it off underneath. And then I'm going to bring the hands to the front, bring them together in a position to hold the bouquet, and I'm just tying the hands together so that they don't come loose. And the angel wings go on. I'm attaching that with hot glue, fluffing that around the base of the wings, And now the bouquet goes on the hand. I'm adding some gold accents with beads and even a halo to go in back of the head. It was a little crocheted piece of crafting. And then I separated the wings to give it some lift, adding a holder for the angel and adding more gold accents underneath the bouquet. And you'll get to see more of this at the final reveal. You'll see more of this at the final reveal. DIY number 2. This is a quick and easy one, guys. When you are thrifting frames from the thrift store or Goodwill or someplace, we got to make sure that these get cleaned, right? So I found this product called Super Clean, and I literally spray this down and the grime literally starts to come off. And you got to be careful getting this super wet because the seams may come apart or the wood may swell. And these are pictures of frames that I have cleaned and refurbished, and you see the amazing, beautiful detail in the frame itself, and I absolutely loved it. Now, can you imagine painting over something that might not be completely cleaned? Take your time, clean it correctly, and the results will amaze you in the detail that comes through in some of these ornate frames. I got this frame from a super thrift store, and it was so grungy you couldn't really see the design around the frame. So when you clean it up properly, look at the results, you guys. This was amazing. And now, thank you, Third Thursday Thrift Flips Open Invite, hosted by the Rusted Willow, hosted by Rustic Chicks Design, and our co-host this month is KraftyLeeny. Check out each of these wonderful ladies' channels, okay? You're going to find the links to their channels located in my description box. And please like, share, and subscribe. You know, we have these links here so that we can all be sure to watch each other's channels. So again, like, share, and subscribe. Let's help each other out and build and maintain our channels together. Amen? DIY number 3. So this was a chic angel. And here you're watching just the photographs. My video didn't work. This is Charlene helping me get some of the clay molds to make with the angels. Those didn't quite work out, you know, happy mistake. We got to use resin next time. And I did not have a resin video. So here we are. Y'all, resin worked much better. You're going to find that it's moldable. We finally transitioned over to that when this did not work. And you're going to see that drying here on the next photograph. So here you're going to see the clay ones, and we ended up, you know, ditching those, and the resin ones, okay? Now the resin wings we had on the table with a half a pool noodle, and we secured that down with painter's tape, and again with wax paper or parchment paper over the tops of the half cut tubes to shape our angel wings. As they dried, they would dry in the shape of that pool noodle, okay? And once that was completely cured, we were able to then use them for the angel wings. Now, Charlene and I had cut all of this angel wings and bodies with lace. We used new mop heads and untwisted those, and soft rope. Along with the ribbons and lace that you see there, put together with some torn sheets. in pastels and neutral colors. And so you'll get to see more of that as we put these together. And there were about probably 24 strands of material, and we gathered them with a small piece of rope. Here are the completed angel heads, and literally these are small Christmas ornaments in gold and pink and silver, wrapped in a round lace piece that I found at the thrift store, and it gave me 30 or 40 lace rounds that I could wrap these with. So I went ahead and made those up. I set one set aside of the angels so I could show you what I did and how I made these. So you do see the resin molds, and I put a few of these angels, the small angel with the resin wings, and how I gathered that up with the bulb, Christmas bulb, and tied it around in a double knot with the lace. And that is an apple wood piece from the dollar store, and some scrap lace that I had. Again, the resin that we made up with the Prima molds, and another size of the angel heads also wrapped in those thrifted lace rounds. I did place down the large set for the angel, and I measured these at 19 inches long for each of the pieces, and then I gathered them up in a bunch that how I liked how they looked, and tied them in the center. You'll see an iridescent set of wings there as well. So we did get some of these at the dollar store, and we found that they had this white fuzzy fur, I guess, on the wings. So we took that off and wiped it down with Maker's Magic, like Mod Podge, and then added iridescent glitter to that, and then coated it one more time with the Maker's Magic to make sure that it didn't flake off. And I'm there showing you that it's 19 inches long for those strands, and then I tied that bundle together. And the small angel is measuring at 12 inches long. And I bundled those up, and, 10 inches. And I bundled those up and set that aside. Yeah, the boys had to have their say-so. So the mini wings are going with the small angel, and the head that I made out of the wooden apple was a great size for that. So I'm going to do that in a bit. Now, I chose to do the resin one over that iridescent one first, but I am going to do all three of these. And the process that I'm making is the same. And I'm just showing you that we tore the fur off, and then I coated it and sprinkled it with the glitter and let it dry. And the hanger I left on there until later during the process of putting the angel together. And now this bundle that I put together, I wasn't quite happy with leaving it this way, so I decided to separate all of the mop pieces and the rope pieces, basically just to fill it out and to make it look a little more feminine and flowy. So that's what I was doing here, and you'll get to see how much better this looks later on the video. So now we're going to attach the wings, and I have secured this with the string that I had been working on to stitch up the angels with. And now what I'm doing is taking the ornate side and keeping that to the outside and threading the string through the openings in the wings. I will double knot them and secure them in place. And here my hands don't quite want to work well, so bear with me while I get this done. With the angel wings in place, now it's time to secure the head and the lace. So take that string that was wrapped around the wings and secure the head in place by cinching that knot really tight and creating a double knot. And I will be gluing this in place with rapid fuse glue and hot glue to make for a more immediate hold while that glue sets. That way it's not going to fray or come apart or anything like that. And I'm just clipping off the excess ribbon and string around the neck once that has been secured. And I will use the ends of those to add hanging strings from the back side of the wings. Now I am putting on a clear or iridescent ribbon to the back side of the wings for a hanger. It just gives it a little more iridescent and flow to the angel itself. I hope y'all enjoyed the process of making my angels. The final reveal. Thanks for watching. A big shout out to all my subscribers out there. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It's free. That helps me out tremendously. And then if you could press that like button and share with all your friends, I would greatly appreciate that. And leave me a comment. It does help the algorithm move these videos forward, and it helps support all of our channels. So go ahead and do that, and we can do it together. Until next time, see you later.